Hi, welcome back to Andrea Fontana Beauty. I'm Andrea, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get this beautiful springtime pink and orange eyeshadow look. I think it's really beautiful. It's complemented with peachiness everywhere else, and I think it's a really fun way to wear a bright pop of color with your spring outfits. I just love spring. Spring is my absolute favorite. I'm a spring baby, so I was destined to love spring, but I love spring and I can't stop staring at this look in the monitor because it's so pretty. It's pink and orange and I'm here for it. Peachy. All right, if you want to see how I got it, you just keep watching and I'm going to show you. I recently picked up 5, don't judge me, 5 new ColourPop palettes. In my defense, one of them was a vault, so you had to buy all 3. So technically, and one of them I actually didn't purchase because they sent me the wrong one and they ended up letting me keep it. So I guess technically I only made 2 purchases. This is how you justify things in the makeup world. The first one that I got was the Star Wars Mandalorian, the Child palette, which is really beautiful, but we're not working with that one today. The one they accidentally sent me was Cloud Spun, which is a bunch of really bright, vibrant pinks. But the whole, I guess, birth of this series that I wanted to do, the inspiration for it came from this vault, which now I can't think of what it's called. Something with cloud. That's why they accidentally sent me Cloud Spun. I'll put it in the description box below, but basically it was a vault of these 3 palettes. So we have this peachy one that is the Miss Bliss. We have this green and yellowish one that is Aura and Out. And then we have in a trance. Wow, I thought this said in a triangle. In a trance, which is like purpley blues and pinks kind of. But I wanted to do some pretty pastels and figured I would start with the Miss Bliss today. It is the least intimidating, I think, because they're like peachy. They're beautiful peachy, some peachy pink shades, and I think that I just want to do a really peachy look all over, and I think this is going to be really beautiful. So that is what we're using today. Okay, so I zoomed you in a little bit so you can see a little bit better closer up to the eyes. As you can see, I have wet hair and a redder face than normal because I just showered after I ran. So I'm a little more red than I normally would be, but I figured some people have this amount of redness on their face, so might as well do some makeup and show you the better coverage of what I'm using. So we are going to just continue on. You can see that I look pretty dewy because I have my Welletta Skin Food, the original formula on. We are going to actually start with the eyes and the eyebrows. Okay, so I'm actually gonna use the little mirror. There's a pretty great mirror in this palette, and so that's what I'm gonna use. So we're gonna start by just putting a little bit of this CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. That's so hard for me to say always. We're just gonna run a little bit of this through the brow, like that. I have the shade Deep. This stuff works just as good as Boy Brow. We're going to start with this primer that I've been using recently that I have been loving, and it's the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Eye Primer. We're gonna put one side of the wand on one eye and the other side of the wand on the other eye. I like that it's like a flatter wand so that it's easy to do that. And just gently buff it in like that. Okay, so I'm gonna start by taking the shade of Quartz, the lightest shade in the palette. It is one of those, like, ColourPop does these weird, they're matte shadows, but then they have this like tiny fleck of glitter in them. I don't know why they do them. I feel like they're very weird. But I use them as traditional matte shades. Okay, so I'm concentrating it mostly on the lid and then like buffing it out to the brow bone so that I'm covering some of those veins. Okay, so now that I have that, I want to start building up the crease. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade Optimus, which is this beautiful shade down here. So we started with this light shade and now we're going to go in with Optimus. And this is a detail brush from Moda. And I'm going to just start building up the crease and outer corner like that. If you have a hard time placing shadows where you want them with a fluffier brush, I highly recommend getting a detail brush like this and placing the color with that and then going in and blending it out with a fluffier brush. So this is a Morphe M441. And now I'm going to go in and just see how easy it is to buff that out. Man, if you were kind of nervous to do pastels, that right there, perfect, beautiful, light look. We're gonna go a little bit deeper, but okay, we're gonna go a lot deeper for most people's. But if you're like nervous to try pastels, this is a great way to kind of intro. Just put a little bit in the crease. By the time you put on mascara, if you do eyeliner, all of that. So I really love how that's looking. I'll take you in a little bit. So it's nice and vibrant. Now we're gonna go in with Loves It, which is a more pinky tone. This is another one of those weird matte shades. And we're gonna take this along the lash line. Same detail brush. I'm literally just swiping that right along the lash line. The fun thing about using bright colors is that you can do this with any makeup, even neutral colors, but I just love finding fun new ways to place colors. So I guess this is gonna be like a pink and orange look. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I kind of want to deepen up this crease. Like I'm making it more orange because I'm making this lid look more pink. You see that? Now I was gonna keep this mostly matte, but I kind of want to add like a pop of shimmer in the inner corner. This is really pretty. I'm really excited for where this is headed. Again, I'm just intensifying. With non-traditional colors, you have to kind of play with it and see what you're feeling every time you do it. So that's why I kind of went in lightly. And now I'm like, yes, I love this placement. I want to go more vibrant. So now that we have that like orange crease and the pink lid, which I am obsessed with, I want to take a little bit of this Chakra to Me, which is a shimmery pink, and on that same detail brush, just get that inner corner. So you can see that. So I'm just adding that little bit of sheen right there. So pretty. Guys, that's the look. We might add a little more to the under eye. Haven't decided yet. As usual, what I am going to do actually is go in with an angled fluffy brush and go back into a Quartz, which was that initial color, and just, honestly, I'm like very obsessed with how this turned out. For them being mattes, they don't look crazy powdery and weird. I was worried they were going to look chalky, but they really don't. I'm so far very happy with the formula, and I'm excited to test out the other two palettes in that little set. But for now, let's get into the complexion. So you guys know I gotta go in with my Lumi Glotion, and I'm gonna mix it with my Ordinary foundation. This is the high coverage foundation formula. I haven't looked on their website recently. I feel like they made some changes to like what the foundations they offered and such. So I'm not sure if they still offer this one, but I need to purchase some new foundations. I feel like I've been getting by with some of the ones that I have just been loving for a little while, and I kind of want to try some new ones out. I fell in love with the L'Oreal Serum Foundation, and so I feel like I haven't tried anything else in a while. Okay, so I just mixed the Lumi Glotion and the foundation on the back of my hand, which shears it out even more. I like to mix it because it's just a little bit more of a matte finish than I like. And I mean, I wouldn't say that it's like crazy high coverage, because it's really not. It's just of their two, it's the more high coverage option. Neck, as always. For anyone wondering, that is a mole that I've had since I was born. You know that I'm a crazy foundation blender. I blend and blend and blend and blend and blend and blend and blend some more. And we're all blended. Yeah? Okay. So you can see that, like, I mean, I sheared it out, so this is way less coverage than the foundation actually gives on its own, but I mean, still very good coverage for being mixed half and half with Lumi Glotion. Okay, going in with my Nars Concealer. This guy's on his last leg, which is why I have to dip into it so much. I just like to hit under the eye and then anywhere I need a little extra coverage. And using my same foundation brush, just gonna press that in. Man, I never knew I could love bright orange and pink eyeshadow so much. I think you'd be surprised how much you love certain colors when you get over the fear of like putting them on. It's fun and it's makeup. If it looks bad, take it off. But the only way you're gonna get better and see what colors you like is by trying. We're gonna go in with my number 7 Lift and Illuminate powder and a fluffy brush. And just set everywhere where we put our concealer. Now we're gonna bronze it up. We're gonna go in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay bronzer. And just bronze this up a little bit. This isn't necessarily like a full contoured look because I'm trying to keep things pretty soft and minimal on the rest of the face. Like just kind of soft and glowy and springy and light, because we do have neon pastels. Is that a thing? I'm gonna make it a thing. I'm gonna go in with a absolute favorite, cult favorite, Milani Luminoso, because what other blush do you use when you put orange and pink? Like, is there anything more beautiful than that? No, they were just made for each other. I think if I combined those two shades on my eyes into a blush, it would be Milani Luminoso. We're gonna go in with a different highlighter. I feel like you guys have not seen a highlighter from me in a long time. That was not the Butter Bronzer, or the Broader highlighter. The Muru Muru Butter highlighter. We're gonna actually go in with, and I'm gonna use it with I haven't used it with a brush ever. This is the Milk Makeup Mars holographic stick. I can love, I went through a phase where it was, I guess I do that with highlighters, huh? Like it's all you wear. Yeah, I don't like that with a brush. There's a reason I used to use my fingers. I go into my middle and my ring finger and we just tap it on. Look at that. Again, it's like a peachy, gold, pinky cream product that just works as, it just goes with this vibe, you know? Springy. Whew, I'm obsessed. Yeah. It's just a nice, I just love a cream highlighter. I really don't reach for a lot of, for day to day. If it's like a special event and I want a little more impact, then I'll go with powder, but I just love a good cream highlighter. Should we take a little bit of this? I kind of want to take some of that orange under my eye. You know, we're going to take some of Optimus again and very, very small. Under the lash line. See that? Very thin. You don't want to drag it down too much, otherwise you're going to start to look a little, I mean, if that's the look you're going for, great. But that's just not the look I'm going for. Okay, there we go. A little bit under the eyes. I'm not going to do any eyeliner with this look because I think it will create too much contrast. And I really like the light airiness that no eyeliner gives me right now. So I'm just gonna go in with mascara and I'm gonna do that off camera. I'm gonna use, I'll have it linked below, the same one I used in my last video, which was the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume, which I'm loving right now. So I'm gonna put that on and then I will be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, guys, I'm obsessed with this. I love it. Okay, I'm not putting anything on my lips because I'm just around the house rocking my neon pink eyes. Pink and orange. Okay, I want you to see. What do we think? I love this. So this is like a super easy way to wear color. I mean, for people who never wear color, this probably feels really terrifying. Like, that's bright. But the only drama in this makeup is the impact of the color. So it's a pretty overall light makeup look. It's not anything crazy. It's not dark. There's no eyeliner. It's just the impact of the color. So I'm obsessed. I love it. I think it's beautiful and I'm really excited. I think this is a really fun look for spring and I hope you'll try it.